You're a musk deer, fangy, fragile, and hunted. It's cold, it's quiet. You don't know what day it is, because time doesn't matter here. You're born in a bed of leaves, under shadows thick with moss. A place where sunlight is something that visits, not lives. You're small, trembling, a fluff ball with legs and ears too big for your body. No horns, no hooves worth bragging about, just knees that wobble and instincts that scream, freeze. Your mother's already walking away, not because she doesn't care, but because sticking around gets you killed. You lie still, for hours, no noise, no movement, just breathing and hoping you're invisible. It works. Sometimes, the forest is full of things that eat deer, and full of humans who kill for scent. Welcome to the world, little musk deer. You were born quiet, because being loud gets you forgotten fast. You live in silence. You breathe it. The forest around you doesn't roar. It doesn't sing. It whispers. A rustle, a drop of dew, a flick of tail in the underbrush. That's the normal kind of quiet. But then there's the other kind. The kind where everything stops. No birds, no insects, no wind, just stillness. And that's when your pulse starts pounding, because silence doesn't always mean peace. Sometimes it means something's watching. You don't eat meat. You don't hunt. You graze. You nibble on moss, lichens, tender leaves. You are, by all accounts, a quiet vegetarian. So why the fangs? Why, when you open your mouth, do you reveal two long, curved, sharp as truth tusks? They're not tiny. They're not subtle. They hang down like a threat you never say out loud. But you don't use them for killing. You use them for something much more dramatic. Ritual combat. When mating season comes and the tension thickens like fog, you square off with another male. No roars, no stomping, just slow approaches, quick flicks of the head, and sudden, precise lunges. Fang clashes, fang. Blood might spill, but mostly it's about respect. You fight to win a chance, to be chosen. You don't fight to destroy. You fight to exist in someone else's future. So yeah, you look like a vampire, but you're just a shy leaf eater with a taste for romance and perfectly placed knives. Biology is weird, so are you, and that's exactly why no one forgets you. You don't sing, you don't howl, you don't roar into the night sky. You speak in silence, with scent. On your belly, near the navel, is a small hidden gland, a simple bump. Looks harmless, but from it comes something ancient, potent, and weirdly poetic, musk. It's not just a smell, it's a statement. This is my tree. This path is taken. Come find me, or if you're into that. You mark rocks, logs, branches, air. Other deer smell it, pause, sniff again. Rivals know to keep their distance. Potential mates know where to look. It's a language, invisible but loud. And the craziest part, humans noticed. They followed the smell, found the source, and then they killed for it. Musk became perfume, money, obsession. They called it rare, exotic. But for you, it was never about wealth, it was about survival. And now the very thing you use to live has become the reason you're being hunted. You didn't ask for this. You just wanted to mark a tree, find a mate, stay out of the food chain. But humans, they smelled your musk and smelled money. They didn't care that it came from a shy deer in the Himalayas, or that you were barely the size of a dog. They only knew this scent was powerful, rare, and didn't wash off. So they named it musk, put it in bottles, called it seductive, priced it higher than gold. Suddenly your little gland near your belly, worth more than your whole body. So they came, with traps, with guns, with the belief that one deer was fine to lose if it made the world smell a little sexier. And you? You never fought back, because you weren't a fighter. You were a ghost in the forest, a gentle footstep in the fog, but now your scent leads them straight to you. And suddenly being rare isn't beautiful, it's deadly. You don't grow horns, you don't roar, you don't charge, you vanish. That's your superpower. You hear a branch snap, and you're gone. No warning, no scream. just one blur of motion into moss and shadow. You were there. Now you're not. You run uphill, not because it's easy, but because most things won't follow. You jump like gravity's optional. Steep slope? No problem. Frozen rocks? Still faster than a bullet. You don't need a path. You are the path. But here's the truth you carry with you every time you flee. You're not running to win. You're running to delay the loss because they're still coming. Poachers, dogs, drones even. And sometimes the forest just isn't deep enough. So you do the only thing you know. You run, you vanish, you repeat. Not because it's brave, not because it's noble, but because it's the only move you've got left. You don't fight for fun. You don't fight for food. You fight for the right to be chosen. It doesn't happen often, just once a year. The snow starts to melt. The forest smells different. And suddenly, the silence breaks. Not with a roar, not with a chase, with two musk deer circling, eyes locked, heads low, fangs ready. No stomping, no screaming, just movements like swords in slow motion. Your fangs aren't made for tearing flesh. They're for precision. A quick jab, a sidestep, another flick of the head. One mistake means a scar, or worse, but you don't stop. Because on the other side of this dance is the chance to pass on your name, your scent, your strange place in this strange world. And if you win, you don't strut, you don't gloat, you just walk away silent as ever and hope she was watching. Because in this forest, fighting for love still looks like two ghosts fencing in fog. You're not lonely, you're just alone. And that's how you like it. You don't live in herds, you don't call out in the night. No bleating, no barking, no echo of "I'm here." Because saying "I'm here" is just another way to say "come find me." And in this forest, being found is almost always the wrong answer. So you stay hidden. You move at dawn, at dusk, in fog. You take your own trails, sleep in your own hollows, mark your own trees, and avoid the ones that smell too familiar. Even mating season is brief, awkward, silent. You meet, you fight, maybe. You mate, maybe. Then you leave. No cuddles, no co-parenting, just scent marks fading on bark, and a memory you're not even sure was real. Somewhere out there, there might be thousands of you, all walking through the same mist, all vanishing just before you'd ever cross paths. It's not sadness. It's not loneliness. It's just the way it is. You are a species of whispers, a myth that breathes, alone. The fog still rolls in, the moss still grows, the trees still whisper. But not like before. The air is warmer, the ground is louder. Your trails, covered in boot prints. You used to walk for hours without hearing anything human. Now, there are roads, wires, camps. The silence that once protected you is full of buzzing, chainsaws, phones, gun clicks. You freeze like always. You vanish like always. But the forest has fewer corners now. You run, and there's a fence. You hide, and they have drones. Even your musk, the scent that meant territory, attraction, identity, is now a beacon for death. You don't understand what's happening. All you know is trees fall faster than you can move, and the places you once trusted feel like traps. Your world isn't just shrinking, it's collapsing, and you're still running, still silent, still hoping there's enough forest left for at least one more place to disappear into. You've never asked for attention. You don't pose, you don't roar. You live like mist, quiet, temporary, but now you're fading, and almost no one notices. There's no global campaign, no documentaries, no plush toys in gift shops. Just a few lines in a dusty conservation report. Population unknown, likely declining. Meanwhile, you still walk the same narrow trails, still mark the same trees, still vanish when the world gets too loud. But there are fewer of you, and when one disappears, there's no replacement. No one paints murals of musk deer. But if you go, a piece of the forest goes with you. The quiet gets flatter, the mist feels empty, because you weren't just an animal. You were a question. Can something soft, silent, and strange survive in a world that only rewards noise? You lived like a myth, and if no one listens, no one remembers, myths die too.